Welcome back to the command area of U-46, the Terrible Turtle. There is the destroyer, which is looking for us. It has gone to the wrong location, which is good for us. Supposedly there's another destroyer over here, but I don't think he's making his way over. Now, the sad news that I have to say is I have been monitoring our dear friend, the troop transport, and she's going down. I was actually starting to make my way back since we've gotten all the way over to the coast and these guys obviously don't see us. And we're moving nice and slow, very quietly. However, it's showing the ship sunk icon. In fact, the ship sunk icon appeared while I was looking at it. Yet, we're not reporting it as a vessel that we've sunk. So that's pretty frustrating. That means that this was all for nothing in terms of my career. But we know we sank it. I just wish that, since especially I was looking at it on the periscope when it disappeared. You can lock, I hit L and that normally locks on. You can hit this to lock on. And it suddenly disengaged the lock. And I looked on F5 and it had gone to a sunk ship icon. So just really confusing to me why that didn't get recorded as a sunk ship from us. So now I don't know what we're doing. I had already set a course back to finish that ship off. And I guess we're going to make another turn. And probably just go take out this other destroyer over here. He'll be the subject of my fury. My disappointment that we couldn't get this kill. That I killed it, I hit it with 2 torpedoes. Just mighty frustrating that it's not going to credit us with that kill. Really. So we can eliminate all these markings, fortunately. It's really sad though. I guess we can eliminate these markings as well. What a bummer. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it just doesn't really make sense, especially because we can see it's just downscope. Why risk it? I don't think they're looking anywhere near us, but there's no reason for me to look up for my periscope now, considering there's nothing for me to look at. So we have 2 torpedoes left, and I guess our next objective is just to escape. We have plenty of time to do it. All this has been accomplished before midnight, which is fantastic. I'm just so disappointed that didn't get registered. So it has to give you the she's going down, and it didn't give it to us. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask, maybe even on SubSim, which has a great forum, how you can make sure to detect those things so you can record it. Because that was really frustrating. Oh well. So we move on. Yeah, I think what we'll do is just take out this other stopped destroyer. We'll go over here, pop up on the Uzo, maybe from this direction, pop up, fire a torpedo. Then we'll just make our way out. Nobody's going to really be able to bother us, so that's the good news. Alright, well let's just increase time acceleration. I've already off camera messed with my... Oops. Yeah, so this guy's definitely could he be coming over? Maybe. Yeah, maybe he is coming over to help, which is not a big deal to me. We just need to avoid the radius of 1.6 kilometers or whatever it is. So as long as we avoid this, I think we're okay from being detected by even that guy. We can probably even go decks awash soon. That's how confident I am. Well, actually, we shouldn't go decks awash near this destroyer. But it's pretty late out, and it's dark. What a bummer. I wanted to maybe even go back and sink that tanker. But with 2 torpedoes, And another problem is, I'm going to go ahead and show you the ship we sank one more time. The depth of the water is kind of preventing... Yeah, dude, this thing is so sunk. The depth of water is kind of preventing her from really sinking, and I'm afraid the same thing would happen with the tanker. I'm not sure if that's also possibly giving us the... the thing is, it shouldn't be... It should be recording as a ship sunk just because it appeared that way on my map. So it thinks it's making the screams and the squeals of metal, which is going deeper and deeper underwater, but it doesn't realize it's actually not moving. Oh well. So we had it looks like another patrol craft here. This is the tanker. It would have been a very tough angle for us. Obviously, we would have had to just hit it in the bow, and then it would have had to sink from the bow. The problem with that is, like I just said, that if it tries to sink from the bow, but it just hits the bottom, I don't know if... Plus, I'm not sure we get credit for that kill either. It's very discouraging. We're not interested in launching at stuff that we're not going to get credit for. So we'll just hold on to our 2 torpedoes, maybe launch one at this guy on the way out. And other than that, we'll save one for the trip back. Because with all of our torpedoes completely depleted, there's no point in us doing anything but just starting our long trip home. So we'll probably just peruse down the eastern side of England. And if we catch a lone merchant ship, that's perfect. But otherwise, even just returning with 1 torpedo, I think is fine. Oh my gosh, the map is a mess of my... with all my markings. But that's good. That's what a good map should have. I'm kind of curious if you return here. I think after you rest in port, the map is completely regenerated. Like, this is obviously an out-of-character remark that the Brits completely reinforce everything, but it would be interesting. I think we don't have any damage, so we'd be out of port pretty quickly. Excuse me. But I think the British would obviously put more escorts back, but I wonder... Yeah. And I'm not sure about this either, but it might be true that the ships of Scapa Flow that are going to be in there are generated at the time we leave port. I'm not... No, I think it has to be 50 kilometers. It generates them within 50 kilometers of you or something. Trying to recall what I read in the Grey Wolves expansion handbook. Okay, so full speed ahead. And by full speed ahead, I mean we're rigged for silent running, so we don't go very fast. Note that we've been underwater for a long time, right? We dove under at about 7 o'clock, so it's 1900. And it's been 4 hours, and we're doing fine on oxygen, we're doing fine on battery. Obviously, you get a lot more out of your battery if you're only going slow, but... So we could stay submerged the entire time if we wanted. Looks like that guy's still there. This is the one that got away, though. It's a little sad, a little unfortunate. Yeah, we still have one guy somewhere over there. They look like they might have gotten themselves caught on land. This one could be challenging. If this is the escort from here, the patrol from here, that could be a challenging one to get rid of. I was thinking it wouldn't be that hard for us to get rid of ships in this area because we could just flank speed on the surface and bypass the boat. And they probably can't pursue us beyond that. They'd probably run into the block ship, something like that. But I don't know what we'll do about the ships on the outside of there. Well, we can't. Obviously, the same maneuvers won't work. Okay. Now we have to start plotting our turn. Yeah, we'll probably do our turn like this. And then we'll turn back over here. Just launch over here, and if we're even decks awash, I think we can be. Because we were decks awash until about this point anyway. I think maybe... What's our radius right now from them? About 10, yeah, we can probably secure from silent running. which will give us some time to start reloading a second torpedo, which is going to be nice in a security sense, like if things go really poorly. Hopefully we'll have enough time to, you know, equip another torpedo if another destroyer makes its way over. There we go. Okay, so that should take... Oh, it's this one. Yep, should be only 5 more minutes, and then we can replace our crew. And that's the last of our torpedo launch, our torpedo reloading that we can do, because that's all the torpedoes we have. Every time these messages come, oh, okay, torpedoes loaded, it does stop our the time compression. Okay, so these guys are, well, these guys is fine. This guy's not fine. Let's get a replacement. That guy's not fine. Get a replacement. Get me replacements. This guy could probably use a replacement. So we're basically gonna have all of our seamen, all our sailors in here. But they're all equipped, and they won't lose too much endurance in the diesel engines while we're underwater. You can think of this as just a resting area. It's not like an area where you're gonna recover endurance, but you know, you're just kind of hanging out. You're on stand, on call for whatever position we need you. You can also switch this guy back, and he can go to bow quarters, even though if we get this guy a medic thing, when he drops down here, he can also help with the medic here. I'm not sure if you can get him for your main officers or not, but I think you can. Anyway, let's back to the task at hand. Let's go as fast as we can. Please stop with the hydrophone contacts. No longer interested. So we need to swing like this. This guy, he might actually be stuck there because it doesn't look like he's moving away. Let's do a little bit of maneuvering here. We gotta be a little careful about, you know, getting ourselves caught. So at this point, I'm going to risk it and go decks awash. Maybe we'll do it after we complete our turn. There's no real point in doing it. Yeah, there's no real point in doing it because we're going to want to dive back after we launch these torpedoes anyway. In which case, we might as well just set our final bearing. Well, yeah, we need enough space to turn around to complete our turn. Despite our 2 rudders, we don't turn, we're not the most maneuverable ship in the sea. Fish in the sea. We are pretty much the most maneuverable submarine that the Germans are using for long range. I think the Type 2 obviously is probably a little bit more maneuverable, but out of every other submarine, the Type 7B is your best bet for maneuverability. I think we'll just delete that one. And we could range this one even if we wanted just by our previous known information. But there's nothing to stop us from just raising our... Whoa. At 10x, it looks like we're really close to land. And indeed we are. I probably also should have been a little bit careful about mines in this area, although it would be pretty difficult to see anything. Yeah, it would be pretty difficult to see anything this late at night, which is why I wanted to make my approach around 16, 17, 1800, so that there was enough light for me to see if there was any mines. We've kind of covered this area already. So let's get this guy's direction right at that. Okay, now we can just basically, let's just delete this one. and set a course directly at this guy. So at 0 should be our target. We know that this is a V&W, so we're going to try to get this very low. Wow, we got some crazy action going on outside. Sorry about that. Hope that doesn't interfere with the immersion too much. Okay, impact fast. We will try to go as basically 2 meters, I feel like. In not so choppy water, you can get 2 meters, no problem. I don't like, because if it's more than 7 meters per second, the wind speed, or if it's really choppy water, you want significantly more. Just because if the torpedoes pop out of the water, I don't know what would happen in this game. I don't remember if it throws off the torpedo's bearing, but it would in real life. If you have torpedoes popping out of the water, that's not a good thing. Okay. So, where is this guy? We should be on a direct course for him. Ah, but we're still turning. Okay. What's our actual course? Where do we expect him? He should be about 25. There he is. Got him. Okay, let's just lock this guy in. If you switch away when it unlocks, your attack scope actually does follow him. So although we're technically turning right now and my attack scope should be just keeping my bearing, it'll actually follow this guy, which is nice. So if I pop back in F3, it should still be locked on. Yep, there he is. Still right with it. Do the same trick. So this is, again, not going to matter. I don't need to do basically any ranging information for this because there's no speed. And if there's no speed, it's not a moving target. We launch, we get out of here. It's really simple. And we'll probably actually use a head full after the initial launch just to get us out of here pretty quickly. But we'll have to slow down around here because, again, I'm going to have to pay attention to the block ships. And we might have to do this submerged, which would be a pain. But yeah, it looks like they're still patrolling over here, so this is probably, maybe even less of the ideal time to be doing this. But it'll make it exciting. And it is... Okay, I can see him, so we're good. Lock. We're not turning. Alright. Open Torpedo Bay 2. I think we're all set. Fast, impact. I'm gonna get this one set up for fast and impact and low as well, just in case the other destroyers come at us quickly and we want to launch something. But we can always change this if we end up, hopefully, not needing to use that torpedo. But this is just my parting gift, especially my fond farewell, for Scapaflow not recording that I sank that troop transport. This is what I think about that. Double check. It's open. Alright. Los. All ahead full. Hard to starboard. Down scope. We won't need the scope for a while. Basically, we know what we're trying to do. I'm gonna get this. Hopefully we're out of here in time. I should have done a slow launch. That was really stupid of me. I don't know why I did fast, but let's see if we can find that. Let's see if we can't find our torpedo. Okay, this is not the correct way. This is not the correct way, which means that this should be the correct way. There it is. We still have plenty of time. Oh, shoot. In fact, I'm an idiot. It's not going to make it. The torpedo's going to run out of fuel. Oh boy. I'm not sure if they're gonna see it, but this is definitely... it's just at the cusp. I think it's gonna run out. This is gonna be tragic, really. Really, really tragic. I don't know where I'm going. Trying to find the torpedo, really. Yeah, let's do this in the sensible way. Yeah, so we should be facing this way. We're gonna still have to go to hard to... Oh god. I think we lost it. Okay, it's definitely this way. We really should see a light go on when the destroyer realizes we launched them. But I suspect, sadly, that the torpedo is going to run out of steam about 100 meters. Oh, we've... Where's our torpedo? Alright, give me something. Torpedo. Oh, yeah. Did we do it with... I wish we had done it with slow. Oh god, we went too far. Let me just go do it this way. So it looks like there's actually 2 destroyers over there. I don't know that. Which is totally okay. I think it's going to run out of fuel. Mistake. Okay, well, let's check a bearing for this ship. You know what? Actually, sorry. Down. Okay, it's dead ahead. So just go down and go straight ahead. There it is! Oh god. This is intense. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. Oh man. 100 meters. 100 meters. Oh, that was hilarious. Okay, I totally deserve that. That was just really, really, really poor planning on my part. But I'm okay. This is fine. This will be our last torpedo launch, which will make this probably the last episode. Let's go back to medium now. Let's make my bearing with this guy. Okay, let's try this one more time, and then I will definitely get this. And we'll have more time. In fact, I might as well just go slow. No, just something against... I have something against firing a slow-moving torpedo at a destroyer. So I think medium is what we're going to stick with. Even though I think it'd be completely acceptable. Man, that was so funny how that just... So close, but it's no cigar. Okay, so we're back. F3, lock. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Set the depth very low. This looks good. Medium. Let's try this one more time. Open torpedo tube 1. Hopefully your XO or somebody would remind you, hey, you know what? You are launching this and it's beyond your range. Now we didn't even range, and I kept saying how range wasn't important, but in fact, range ended up being pretty important. Alright, well, let's go ahead and launch this one. Fire torpedo tube 1. Okay, let's go back, do the same thing. Full speed ahead, starboard. No, not that. Let's get this one to turn. There. The higher speed is going to help us turn faster as well. And now we can, well, there's no real point in following it, but we can. Down scope. And when we're going ahead full, we can chug under the water at a pretty good clip. 7 knots we should be able to get. Now at medium, I think we can follow this almost perfectly at just moving forward slowly. Okay, it does move slightly ahead of us. Hilarious, though. Really, the hilarity has not eluded me. Firing a torpedo, which is not going to reach by... Oh, God. We'll have to go back to F5 very quickly here because I thought I saw a destroyer coming our way. And I want to see if we pick that up on hydrophone. Could be dooming ourselves right now. But we should at least get a hit right about now. Oh yeah, very good. Okay, so we did detect that on hydrophones. Let's go all route for silent running. Was she far enough away? I think so. We might well have doomed ourselves, though. Now things are going to be a lot more tense, and I'm not going to use external camera as this guy approaches. So we have to rely on. In fact, I kind of want to zigzag a little bit in order to hear him. We're going to put ourselves really towards shallow water, just so I can get a better hydrophone bearing on this guy. Hydrophone operator, please follow closest contact. Okay, let's start taking points to see what's his trajectory. 213. That's I think we're... Oh, he's already turning, it looks like. Yeah, he doesn't know where we are. I think he's already circling here. Oh, maybe not. We're gonna lose him around 200. He might just be zigzagging towards us. Standard protocol, of course. Don't just charge a submarine straight on unless you want to receive one in the face. No. Is he still closing? Okay, we're right in the middle of this channel. Oh boy, this could be bad. Right in the middle of this channel, so I'm trying to get my head wrapped around our emergency maneuvers here. The good news about being so close to the surface is that, well, really, I'm trying to deem some benefit to our situation, but there's almost none. How he would know where our torpedo came from is a mystery, but it looks like he somehow knows exactly where we are. He might have had a hydrophone contact on us because we were going ahead full, and that's just my own kind of ignorance. I wasn't really paying attention. But a captain has to pay for his mistakes. That first torpedo might have actually caused the whole fuss. Yeah, so what's his general trajectory? I think still behind us. So we've done the right thing by kind of peeling off to port. Try to do that a little bit more. He might be going to where we actually launched the torpedo from, and we won't. We really won't be that much further out of the way. I also want to keep turning because, as I've already said, it's nice to be able to track him for as long as possible. Give me a few more degrees to port. Make our heading just 60 or so. This probably should have happened earlier too. I think these other destroyers are getting caught on the sidewalls. Otherwise, you know, we had a really easy time of it in here. Oh boy. Alright, I want to make sure that we are... It looks like we're at 100 RPM. That doesn't make sense. We're not going to evade her with our speed, so we just need to evade her with our stealth, which means I want to make sure that we cannot be detected on hydrophones. We're going to have to turn a little bit more because we're going to lose her. It does look like she is going to miss us, though. Definitely her course appears to be behind us, but we're going to be less than a kilometer from her at her... I mean, I don't know where she's going to stop and turn around, and then she's going to start making circles, which could be really bad for us. Let's see if that slowed down our engine at all. Yeah, we dropped it, yeah, to about 50. Perfect. Something, I think 50 RPM was generally considered the safe running silent rotations. Oh, sorry, I just want to look at my propeller. Good, we're facing the perfect correct way to not know anything. You can see how slow these propellers are turning. I'm not sure that, like I said, I think the cavitation, the bubbling, is just like a graphic thing. I'm not sure you would get physically cavitation at this slow of speed. We continue to run silently. And it looks like we have lost them in our wash. Okay. Observation scope up. They might actually continue on this path long enough. Another thing that you can consider doing is actually moving, we could throw ourselves back to starboard in order to once again get hydrophone detection on them. And I think Evasion, no, whoa. I didn't get any warning that depth charges were in the water. That might be the destroyer sinking. Although we have no alert to it. Although we did get a notification saying she's going down, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we got that last one. We've recorded it at 117. Yep. That's certainly it. Okay, so let's turn... I think we're going to have to turn back hard to starboard just to be able to get a reading on this guy. Knowledge is power. So we're sacrificing a little bit of our ability to... move away to evade, which we're going so slow it doesn't really matter. Just to have, okay, there they are. So they had walked in through our wash, and I could have done it with the hydrophones. I think that the hydrophone sensitivity, when you're going this slow, your hydrophone operator would still have you probably would be able to detect their very rapid engine turning, their very loud engines over ours. I mean, we're barely moving. Let's go check it ourselves. I've completely lost him now. Okay, that's because I don't think he's where... Yeah, he's at 125 and I'm looking in the wrong area. Hydrophone operator, I'd really like you to follow the nearest...
Kriegsschiff entfernt sich auf 125.
Might. I think we're lucky. He's checking that side. Whew. Okay, well, let's speed up a little bit. Oh my gosh, he's right behind us. Uh-oh, we're getting pinged. Alright, gents, this is it. No, observation scope up, I need to see... Okay, give me... I need enough that we don't get run over.
Neue Tiefe 1,3 Meter. Neue Tiefe 1,4 Meter. Der Feind hat uns in der Ortung hergeloin.
Okay, they're off to our... Yep. Okay, down scope so we don't lose our... That. Okay. Flank speed. We can do this. They're gonna have to circle. We need to get... Hard to start with. Yes, good.
Ruder 0 Grad.
Come on, man. You gotta follow this contact.
Der Feind hat uns in der Ortung hergeloin. Wann ist das endlich vorbei?
I can't tell where he is.
Ruder hart Backbord. Ruder hart Steuerbord. Ruder hart Backbord. Ruder hart Steuerbord. Ruder hart Backbord.
Oh boy. Brace for impact! Damage control.
Beschädigt, Herr Kaloin. Das Boot ist beschädigt, Herr
Okay, we're okay. We're gonna have to surface, and I think we're gonna have to make a run for it.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Ruder 0 Grad. Wahnsinnige Fahrt voraus.
I don't think there's any way we can get around this. He knows right where we are. Our best chance is probably to surface and make a run for it. Should be almost dead in front of us. I'm not seeing anything. Ah, there he is. Okay, we will take this. Okay, he's dropped. He's coming right at us. Okay, he's coming from our left. He ran into the shore! Yes! Oh, he ran into the shore. Okay, well, the enemy idiocy is going to be our salvation in the end. Which may not be the last idiot we have to deal with. We definitely now stay submerged. Let's go back to periscope depth. We have to know what's coming, so we're going to kind of... and we're in his... off his stern as well, which is great. We're in his... kind of in his wash, so he can't really detect us. Oh boy. Well, that is very lucky. I don't remember exactly where the submerged ships were. I didn't mark it because I'm not a very good captain. Oh boy, that was a close one. And that's what they get for coming at us too hard. It's such a small channel to maneuver in. Part of the reason why I wanted to get over here as quickly as possible. Now, I thought that I would have to make a run all the way over to here before we'd get them caught on the block ships or whatever, but this captain wasn't the smartest in his zeal. Hey, you know what? Good for him. By the way, we're supposed to be repairing this. Can you guys... Oh, we don't need to... There we go. So what do we have damaged here? As long as the bow dive planes are okay, I'm okay. It doesn't really matter. The rest of these torpedo tubes not working. Do I really care about that? Ask me how much I care about my torpedo tubes not working. Really interesting. I wonder how exactly what exactly went down. So I'd imagine I'm wondering if he actually hit... Let's see, we're deep enough in the water that no, he didn't hit us. He didn't run us over. Yeah, we just got a blast. I'll have to watch the video again. That was incredible. Yeah, what a silly captain. Let's actually take a look and see if he's still stuck, or more importantly, if anybody else is coming after us. I'd love to launch a torpedo at him, but it looks like we're okay. The wake of my periscope at this speed would be pretty telltale. He's examining if I'm on land. Nobody said the AI was the brightest in this game. He's scanning, his searchlight is on the shore. Okay, well, I'm gonna still presume that it's possible there's other ships out there, although we didn't see any close by at least. So we'll continue on this run for a little bit longer. We actually are getting him now. I think he can probably hear us, that's why we dropped away. I can't increase time compression above 8. Okay, looks like things are getting repaired, which is good. Yeah, so we only took forward our damage in our bow. Could have been a lot worse. Very unlucky, by the way. I mean, this whole... I'm just so easy-keeled about this whole thing because it was such a joke that... you know, we got ourselves detected just by stupidity, just that we launched a torpedo. that wasn't at the right range. But a captain must pay for his mistakes. So certainly they can hear us now. They might be radioing for help. My goal is just not to care about that, to get us as far away as possible so that it doesn't matter. And although we're going to take a look at him, the main point of my surface raising my periscope here is actually to... Wait, where the hell is he? We need to look at the block ships coming up. Yeah. So I think we're heading right in the direction I want. If I'm not mistaken, what was the... I think... No, okay, let's head this way.
Ruder 9 Grad Backbord.
Okay. I actually want to come up to like 10. I think we're okay. Oh, give me 11 then. I want to be deep enough that I can still use my observation scope to make sure that we're not going to hit the... I think we're doing okay though. It looks like we're okay. I think we're actually past this first block ship. Just need to get by this guy on the left, on the right. Yeah, things are good. All head normal, standard now. We also probably don't need more than that. We're clear. Amazing. Okay, so block ships have been passed. Well, not quite, but almost. Give me 10 degrees starboard. Okay. All right, very good. We did it. We have done it. Amazing. Well, this has been an interesting episode. We've had a close encounter with a destroyer for our first time. The destroyer, although not sunk, probably in for a stern reprimanding from the commanding, whatever his commanding officer is. But we are getting to sneak away after causing 4... Okay, so now it's not even showing that this ship is sunk, but maybe, is it because my marks are there? No, it just doesn't want to show it. Okay, fine, but we know that we sank that ship. We have this ship, which is probably damaged as well from being beached. And we had another destroyer, and that last troop transport, which I'm a little bitter about, just that we're not going to be able to... Unfortunately, we won't get credit for killing it, but that's fine. So I think I'll call this episode to a close. Actually, we could speed ahead. Let's go decks awash. I think it's okay for us to go decks awash at this point. Let's get everyone... Yes, move crew to rest. And all our damage control team, which is just not a good place for them to be. Let's get everyone out of there. This is our watch command, so we want them to jump up when we can get decks awash. And now it's finally, I think, okay for us to start looking at our ship once more. The terrible Tortuga. The terrible turtle, I should say. Returning to the surface after a close encounter with some depth charges. Still a lot of fun to watch her. Come on, get up to 7.
Neue Tiefe 7 Meter. Neue Tiefe 7 Meter.
Okay, that should be enough for our crew to come on watch. Not yet. Not yet. There they are. Very good. Okay. So this is going to change a lot of things. We can now put people back into the electric. We have plenty of people who can still fit in the bow quarters. Got to make sure that these guys are ready for duty. They are. Our watch officer has just been, I mean he's just a petty officer, but he's specialized for watch duty. I think it's the perfect time for him to be involved. Very good. And it's probably time for us to switch these crews out, so let's do that. Okay, we're good. Now we just plow ahead. Reverse course. Oh god. So we have 2 destroyers waiting for us. Well, that's going to complicate things a little bit. We'll probably have to go back down to periscope depth. It's impossible. They're behind land. I saw them somewhere. I actually see him. Huh. Well, he's not that far behind land. But yeah, this is what I thought was happening. The AI was just crashing into the land. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, well that makes our job very simple though. We're just going to dive back under the waves very soon here. And after that, we just slowly slink our way out. We have plenty of electric battery left. I just figured we'd give ourselves a fresh breath of air. I do like the idea of running at decks awash, but it's not going to be possible. So what I'm going to do is call this video to a close. This is a nice single clip, no editing involved video for me. We'll go back down to periscope depth, turn these guys out, and we'll just go ahead and sneak our way out. I don't think that we'll need to show any of this on this episode, so probably I'll just show the return to port in next episode, and we can see what awaits us, how much damage we got, and all that. So thanks for watching. I hope this was exciting for you as it was for me. A little nerve-wracking there when we had a destroyer bearing on us, but kept calm and we carried on, or whatever the expression is. So anyways, I'll take us away from our typical view, and I'll bring you back if anything exciting is happening. Otherwise, we'll just make our way back to port in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Derzeitige Tiefe 1,0.